Do you feel the buzz?
Order. Point of order, Sir Christopher Chope.
Madam Deputy Speaker, can you help backbenchers, please? Because a number of backbenchers who wanted to come into the chamber for this part of tonight's business were prevented from coming in. And what we've now got is a scenario where almost the only people in the chamber are members of the government and the whips. And their plan, so I understand it, is to try and distort the vote which may take place on some of the remaining orders, which were originally going to be the subject of deferred divisions, but because the business has finished early, it seems as though the government is intent on preventing us having a physical division on some of these remaining orders.
Well, I understand the honourable gentleman's point, but perhaps I have a better view of the chamber than he has, because I have the advantage of being here in the chair. But it would appear to me that there are several spaces on which members could sit on the government benches, and a great many on which members could sit on the opposition benches. And I point out to the right honourable gentleman and to the House that if there were too many members of the government party on the government benches, I would not stop government members sitting on the opposition benches under the unusual circumstances during which we are now operating. And I have to say that I don't understand the honourable gentleman's point. No one can be prevented from coming into this chamber, and if there is anyone, I'll say this quite loudly, if there is anyone who feels prevented from coming into the chamber right now, come and see me. People can come into the chamber right now. Well, I'm not sure there can be anything further to that point of order, but out of courtesy and the honourable gentleman's seniority in this House, I will take his point of order.
I'm grateful to you, Madam Deputy Speaker. First of all, there was an attempt physically to stop me coming into the chamber, and when I said that I wished to come into the chamber in order to shout object, I was allowed in. You just said that there are spaces in the chamber, so there are. That was not my point. My point is that while backbenchers were discouraged or have been kept out of the chamber, government whips, and I can count them, 1, 2, 3 on this plane, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
Order!
there are about a dozen government whips.
It's not a point of order as to how many people are sitting in this chamber from particular duties that they have in the House. Any member can sit in this chamber. And I think that the honourable gentleman's presence here in the chamber is itself evidence of the impracticality and impossibility for any member, be it a whip, a minister or anything else, trying to prevent any member, but especially a member of the seniority of the honourable gentleman, from entering this chamber. And I have just said it, and I'll say it again. If there is any member out there who feels prevented from coming into this chamber and wishes to come in, let him or her come in now, and I will protect them. So we will proceed. Order.